Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you doing? How was your weekend? Did you journal? Make sure to journal, guys. Journaling is very important in this industry. To succeed, to be a consistent trader, you want to eliminate the past mistakes and repeating the things that worked. Anyways, in this video we're going to do a weekly outlook, right? So I'm going to share with you my watch list, the pairs I'm watching, and the draw on liquidity for each one, and the potential point of interest that price might reverse or continue from. So without any further ado, let's just get started. And let's start with the DXY, right? Let's start with the weekly time frame. So as you can see on the weekly, things are very clear. Expansion lower, returning to internal range liquidity or fair value gap. Another expansion lower, returning to a fair value gap, and we are currently rejecting from, right? We also tapped into this order block, this up close candle, right? So my drawn liquidity is always this wick right here, and finally my terminus is this low right here. If we go to the daily, things are a bit messy. So we had a consolidation during last week, as you can see here, but on the weekly it is just one candle, right? So this is why you need to stay with the higher time frame for the buys, for directional buys. Don't get caught in the consolidation, and you want to buy and short at the same time. Stick with the higher time frame. So a consolidation, I'm not interested in this instrument and all the instruments that are related to this index. So EU, GU, and Australian dollar against the US dollar, right? Unless we see a clear displacement to the downside or the upside, so a potential of reversal if we closed above the weekly fair value gap, right? So for now, I'm not interested. If you go to the 4-hour, things are also messy. I told you that I want to see a displacement from this 4-hour fair value gap, but we didn't see that really. So price was just consolidating inside this range. So I would only participate in taking setups if a displacement, a clear displacement happens during this week, right? So displacements are your best friends during this consolidation right here. Anyways, let's move on to another pair, and this is the New Zealand dollar against the Japanese yen. For this pair, I'm still bullish. So as you can see, the order flow is clearly bullish, right? And I'm looking for continuation setups. If we go to the 4-hour time frame, I told you from the previous week outlook video, I told you that I'm looking for buying opportunities from this fair value gap right here. So this 4-hour fair value gap. I told you that I'm looking, price was here, and I told you that I want to see this trend line liquidity gets violated or gets rated, right? And also this equal lows to get taken, and then balancing this inefficiency right here, and finally moving to the upside. And if we go here, this is exactly what happened. So price took liquidity from here, took this equal lows, dipped into this 4-hour fair value gap, and traded higher. So and price gave us nice opportunities to get in on the lower time frames. So did you guys participate in this move? If not, why? Tell me guys in the comments, and I'm gonna try to help you, right? Gonna try to fix that for you. Anyways, I'm still looking for buying opportunities. So if we go to the daily time frame, we are currently sitting on this daily fair value gap, right? So between this candle and this candle. If we go to the 1-hour, the 1-hour is still bullish or bearish, right? So I'm looking for clear displacement into this original consolidation right here. So this is a potentially market maker buy model, right? So I want to see clear displacement. For now, we don't have that, so I'm staying on the sideline. Let's move on to another pair, and this is the euro against the Swiss franc. So if we go to the weekly time frame, price is moving just like we discussed in the previous video, the previous weekly outlook. I told you that I want to see price to trade higher into this weekly fair value gap. So price last week was here, right? Here, in other words. And this is the previous week trading. But I told you that I'm not looking for buying opportunities. I'm more interested in selling opportunities from that weekly fair value gap. So I told you that even if price gave me an opportunity to long to that weekly fair value gap, it's not going to be that obvious. And there's a high probability that that displacement to the upside would hit the fair value gap, right? And then I'm not interested in buying anymore. So I'm looking into a move from internal range liquidity into external range liquidity. Just like here, internal range liquidity into external range liquidity, and internal, external, right? So this happens all the time. Of course, internal, this is a rebalance price range into external range liquidity. So same thing here. Order flow is bearish. I want to see him move from here into here. And on the downside, we have this clean lows, right? So this is a major pull of liquidity. If we go to the daily time frame, what do we have? Price retraced to premium, right? Balancing also this daily fair value gap, right? And we have also this change in the state of delivery, so closing below this candle, and also we are forming a swing, so I'm expecting the next day to be bearish, right? And if we go to the 4-hour, things are getting bearish, right? So we have a change in the order flow. As you can see here, we broke structure here, we traded to this 3 consecutive up close candles, so this is an order block, and now we rejected heavily from. So I want to see another displacement, and then I'm interested in taking shorts into first this fair value gap right here, this inefficiency, and last my terminus is this trend line right here, this failed swings. So that's the gameplay for EURCHF. Let's move on to another pair. So here we have the Swiss franc against the Japanese yen. So on this pair, I'm interested in buying opportunities. We are currently sitting on this order block, but we can easily see a move to here, taking liquidity from here. So this is a previous week low, right? And then moving higher. So at the moment, I'm not sure whether we can reject from this order block or after taking liquidity from here. So we're going to let the lower time frames to confirm that. So if we go to the weekly is clearly bullish. As you can see here, we took liquidity from here and immediately rejected, right? We had this fair value gap on the downside, and if price was to go lower, it would reject it from here, but this is clearly not the case. We closed above it and we use it as support. So price is bullish, right? It was like that for the last couple of years, right? So it's only normal to look for buying opportunities. And if you go to the weekly time frame, we can see that we pretty much have the same structure on the weekly, just like the daily. So as you can see here, we have an expansion higher, right? We return to this fair value gap, and then another expansion, leaving a fair value gap and an order block. But price didn't reject it from here and continued upside. It went all the way to here, took this liquidity from here, and then traded higher. So if we go to the daily, so pretty much we have the same. We have expansion higher, returning to a fair value gap, another expansion higher, leaving a fair value gap and an order block. So we could potentially see a move to here. This is also previous week low. Take liquidity from here, stop hunt, and then moving higher. So we have two scenarios. We're going to wait and let the lower time frames, and by the lower, I mean the hourly time frames, right? I need those to confirm one of those scenarios. So let's go to another pair. This is gold, right? So on gold, I'm interested in buying rather than selling. It's clearly, the order flow is clearly bullish. We have a stop hunt right here and immediately rejected to the upside. So this is not a break of structure. When you see price runs on a previous low or previous high and immediately rejected from, so that's clearly a stop hunt and price wants to go higher. Do we have a reason to go higher? Yes, we have this wick right here, so this is a gap inefficiency, and we have also this fill swing right here. So on the gap I'm interested in 50%, right, and also this fill swings as low resistance liquidity. If we go to the daily time frame, see what do we have. So on the daily we found support from this inverted fair value gap, and we are also continuously taking sell side liquidity and leaving the buy side liquidity intact. So we should see a move to here. So this is my draw on liquidity. Let me draw that for you, right? On gold, this is my draw on liquidity. Dixie is not yet confirmed, right? So the buy is on DXY, but I'm favoring the downside, just like I show you on the weekly time frame. So that means gold should trade higher. If we go to the 4 hour, what do we have? We have a clear break of structure. So this is obviously not the stop hunt. Price has shown willingness to go higher. We have this expansion. I'm expecting price to return to premium or to discount, and then trades higher. So maybe taking previous day low. This is Friday's low. And then I would look for displacements on the 1 hour or the 15-minute time frame to go higher. So that's my outlook for gold. Let's move on to another pair. And this is the US 100. Let's go to the daily time frame. We have this dealing range. Price is bullish. The order flow is bullish. We have an expansion higher from this fair value gap right here. So this is the new dealing range. We traded lower, right, into this fair value gap, bouncing this fair value gap and retracing to discount. So after that, we should see a move to external range liquidity, which is this high right here. So this is draw on liquidity. If we go to the daily time frame, what do we have? We traded above and closed above this fair value gap. We returned to it, to the mean threshold, and traded higher. So taking it also this week or this day low and immediately rejected. So this is a stop hunt, and price, in my opinion, should not come back to this low right here. I don't want to see price coming back to this low, and also this should be a breakaway gap. I don't want to see price go all the way to here and then trade higher. I'm favoring a move, maybe taking this low, right, and then trading higher. We also have this filled swing from last week, right? This is also the previous week high. So this is my draw on liquidity. This is the low hanging fruit, and this is the terminus. Moving on to another pair, and this is JPY against the Japanese yen. We have the same structure as the Swiss franc, right, against the Japanese yen. I believe so. So yeah, we have pretty much the same structure. We are also sitting on that daily fair value gap. We are rejecting from that consequent encroachment or the 50% of the fair value gap. And I would like to see a move to here. We have this gap right here that we didn't really tap into it. So this is a shallow run, and I want to see a fill into this gap right here. If we go to the 1 hour time frame, let's see what do we have. We have this clear consolidation, this horizontal consolidation, and but for now I don't see anything. The scenario for me is to see price runs lower, taking previous day low, and then displacement to the upside. So no displacement, no trades. And as you can see, that the price is sensitive when it reached that 50% of the fair value gap right here. So this is actually algorithmic, and this is not just buying or selling pressure. All right, let's move on to another pair. This is the US dollar against the Canadian dollar. So because of the DXY is being on a consolidation state, we didn't see much of this price. But I told you that I'm looking for a run to this fair value gap right here. So from the weekly outlook from the previous video, I told you that I'm looking for I run to this fair value gap right here, and then I would look for shorting opportunities. So if we go to the daily time frame, we have nothing, right? If we go to the 4-hour, price is still in a consolidation, right? Just like the DXY. I'm not interested in it. I want to see displacement closing below this low, right? Leaving PD raise on its way. And then I would reconsider participating in a move to the downside to take this marginal consolidation right here and finishing the market maker sell model. Let's move on to another pair, and this is the euro against Japanese yen. So just like GJ, we have pretty much the same structure. You have an expansion higher, leaving a fair value gap. I want to see a move to the upside, but we don't have that here. As you can see here, price is still bearish. I want to see price runs previous week or previous day low, which is Friday's low, and then waiting for the third confirmation on the lower time frames. So let's see if we have another pair. Alright, we have come to the end of this video. If you guys have any questions, please DM me in my Twitter account or leave a comment down below and I'll answer you as soon as I can. Happy trading and good luck.